Hey, welcome to today's very special Valentine's video. I know I'm releasing it on the day of, but you know what? There's still plenty of time for you to hit the store, get all this stuff done. This only took me 4 hours to make, but that's because I was cleaning and setting up shots in between, so this is not going to take that much time for you. This is going to be great. Your person is going to love it, or if you're by yourself, listen, this is going to be good. It's going to make you feel good, and you're going to have leftovers for days. So, without further ado, let me show you how to make this great three-course meal. Okay, so first things first, we're going to start off with our appetizer or side dish of bacon-wrapped asparagus. Yes, we are going to wrap bacon around some delightful asparagus. So first, wash and dry your asparagus thoroughly, then grab either end and bend. See how it's snapping like that? That is nature's way of telling you the top half is good and edible, and that bottom half, that nasty part, is real woody and is not going to be great to eat. You see how me throwing stuff in a bag? That is something I saw on TikTok. I believe it was Eugene Food. You put all of your vegetable scraps in there, and when it's full, you make a veggie stock out of it. So yeah, just keep going, keep snapping the asparagus until you have gotten through all the way to the end. All right, there we go. Seal up your scrap bag. And keep that thing in the freezer. That way stuff doesn't rot. Anyway, after you struggle to open up your bacon, go ahead and grab a piece of bacon, then a couple of pieces of the asparagus, and, you'll figure it out. But yeah, wrap it around. Once, not twice, but however many times it's going to take. And there you go. And just repeat this process with the rest of the asparagus. And once you got all of your asparagus wrapped in all of that delightful bacon, go ahead and pop that into a 400-degree oven for at least 15 minutes. I mean, leave it in there as long as you need to get the bacon to your desired level of crispiness. And just a heads up, when you pull it out of the oven, it's going to be a little smoky. It's because of all that delightful bacon grease in the bottom of your pan. Yep. Make sure you're putting it on the towel, not melting the formica. Yeah, there we go. Looking beautiful. Grab a serving dish, whatever you like. I have this little Corningware baking thing. And just stack them in there. And this will serve perfectly as either an appetizer, which I usually do when we used to go to parties, as a society. And yeah, it was always a big hit. Or you can easily use this thing as a side dish, however you want to do it. And there it is. The bacon is nice and crispy. The asparagus is soft. It picked up some of that bacony flavor. It is good stuff. So now, let us start working on that pasta. All right, and here we are, the piece de resistance. A very simple, very easy, but very elegant and extremely tasty dessert. We are going to be making some chocolate mousse with 3 ingredients. Really, only 2 of them actually go in the mousse. So first, get a mixing bowl, grab a cup of heavy whipping cream, shake it first, make sure it's nice and cold. Dump that in, like so. Let it drip out. It is thick and rich, like the tension at a uncle's house during Thanksgiving. There it is. Close it up. And then that is 3 tablespoons of sugar. Yep. Listen, it's a holiday. You're trying to be sweet for your sweetie. Or for yourself. However the case may be. And then grab something and get to whipping. You can do this by hand, but, I cut out about 5-6 minutes of video here. Alright, that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for soft peaks. So when you pull it out, you get a peak, but it flops over. See? Like that. That is exactly what we're looking for. Perfect stuff. And tasty, too. Grab a little bowl, and, with whatever device you have, get a couple of scoops out. You're going to save that for later. Now, stash all of that in the fridge because we've got some other stuff a-doing. Do a couple fancy flips and get your cutting board down and break out your bar of chocolate. So this is a 4-ounce bar of milk chocolate. You can do this with dark chocolate if you choose. I just like milk chocolate better. Get it out, and then, like I said, this is a 4-ounce bar. We only need 2 ounces, so that means we're going to crack this bad boy in half. And then pick whichever side you like. That's the one I went with. Now, grab your chef's knife and get to chopping. You want this... You basically kind of want to shave this stuff down into not really a powder, but very small pieces. Because that's going to make it so much easier to mix into... See how small and fine that is? It's going to make it really easy to mix in to this warm quarter cup of heavy whipping cream. Yep. Popped it in the microwave for all of 20 seconds. So grab your chocolate and your little baby whisk and start whisking in that chocolate. And keep going until all of it has been incorporated. Yeah, see, that is exactly what we're looking for. Consequently, if you just wanted to drink this, this would probably be the best hot chocolate you could ever have. All right, grab the bulk of the whipping cream, a rubber spatula, and the greatest hot chocolate ever, and combine the two. And don't just stir it in there, because you beat a lot of air in there. You want to fold this in gently, keep a lot of that volume in. You dicked around on your phone for 10 minutes while mixing this stuff. Make sure you didn't waste all that time looking at Instagram or TikTok or Tinder or whatever it is you're doing. I'm not going to judge you. All right, once it is good and incorporated, grab the reserved whipped cream, a couple of serving dishes. I like these little glass bowls. Not your little microplaner there. The rest of the chocolate, and serve up the mousse. I mean, if you're just doing this by yourself, you can just eat out of the big mixing bowl. I'm not, again, not gonna judge. But there we go. We've got 2 bowls. And we're going to top them with the whipped cream. Look at that. Just try and get the best little dollop that you can. Because, again, you're trying to be fancy. You're trying to treat yourself here. Now, shave a little bit of that second half of chocolate on there. Not really going to do much for flavor, but it looks pretty. It looks impressive. And then garnish with exactly 3 raspberries. 1, 2, oh, okay, it's all right. It's all right. There you go. Just make sure if any of the chocolate mousse got on there, you stick that, on the underside. Because again, you're doing this for someone who ostensibly loves you, be it another person or yourself. But there you go. You've got your chocolate mousse, you got your dessert ready to go. And here we go with the main dish. It is going to be a bacon and shrimp fettuccine Alfredo. So this is going to be very rich and decadent. It's a pound of peeled deveined shrimp, 6 slices of bacon. I actually used 7 tomatoes, half of a yellow onion, which I am getting to right here, a pound of cooked fettuccine, and then a cup of Parmesan cheese. I went with Parmesan Reggiano because, hey, it is a fancy day for fancy people. So spend a little bit more on this one. Just doing a dice here. I didn't do the horizontal cut. I just did a bunch of vertical cuts because I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm not trying to impress anybody here. Just trying to get the job done. There we go. Keep on slicing and dicing until you have plenty of diced onion. And just kind of a word to the wise here. 1, knife skills are easy to come by, and I have still yet to come by them. 2, when you're doing your vertical cuts, be careful where you are placing the cuts, because sometimes you will accidentally cut through, like I just did right there. Anyway, continue slicing and dicing. Put the onion aside, and then you're going to go ahead and grab yourself the tomatoes. The recipe calls for 1 medium regular tomato. I went with the Romas. I just like them. So here we go. To make it a little easier, I cut the tops off and then slice them in half. Cutting the top off is not a problem because stock bag right there. There we go. Just doing our slicing for as to do the dicing. Didn't necessarily need to do as many cuts as I did. I think I did about like 4 or 5, but just make it easy on yourself. Go. You see I've got my elbow way up high and kind of kicked out in front of me. That kind of forces your hand to get into the claw. And that way you hopefully don't chop off the tips of your fingers, because that would be a very bad Valentine's Day. There we go. Everything's sliced, diced, ready to go. Get the dishwashing liquid out of the way. Clean as you go, folks, FYI. So now here is the bacon. Get it out of the package, arrange it so you can slice it. Make sure it fits on your cutting board, and then, yeah, just cut it up into these little pieces here. You're not trying to get the strips, you just need the pieces. See, there you go, and once you got all that, the stuff wants to stick together, so go ahead and break it up. And then after you do that and wash your hands, grab your induction cooker and a pot that doesn't work on your induction cooker. Yeah, the realization that it's not working. Go me. After changing camera angles and getting the pot that'll actually work with this thing, go ahead and dump in the bacon. Have your stovetop or induction cooker or whatever it is you're using set to medium heat and let this go until the bacon gets crispy. Then add in all of that shrimp, which, FYI, frozen shrimp like this was, takes about 5 to 10 minutes to thaw out when you have it run under cold water in the sink. So just plan for that ahead of time. Then hit it with some salt and pepper and let that go until the shrimp is nice and pink, cooked through. And once that's done, go ahead and pull it out. Try to save as much of that delightful grease in there, because you are going to need it for the onions, the tomatoes, and a whole bunch of garlic. Recipe said 3 cloves. I threw in a lot more. Now, yeah, get all that garlic in there, and then cook all that through until the garlic starts to brown. And here's where the camera decided to stop recording. All you got to do is just add the cream, bring it to a boil, throw in the pasta, then throw in the shrimp, the bacon, and the cheese, and stir all that together until it becomes nice and smooth and coats everything evenly. And there it is, folks, a delightful, decadent, amazing pasta dish that will wow anybody. It will fill you up. It will fill the hole that is left if you're alone. It will impress whomever it is you are with. Serve it with either the bacon-wrapped asparagus as a side, and then finish the meal off with that delightful chocolate mousse that you put some time into. I hope this works for you. I hope you guys have an amazing Valentine's Day, whether you're by yourself or with somebody. Yeah, we will see you next time. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it, and have a great day.